Welcome to Body Work. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Body Work Boxing. Boy, oh boy. I guess in the mind of some, we would say just another manic Monday. Oh man. GM in the building say he not a prince. Salute GM for being in the building, man. Where do I start? It feels so good to be back. Oh man, I'm just taking it all in. I'm soaking it all in, y'all. Is it just me or is 2024 starting off kind of gaslightish? You know what I'm saying? Is 2024 starting off kind of gaslightish? Are some people starting to surprise you in the fact that, you know, they got you thinking that you might be crazy? You know what I'm saying? GM say definitely is. Salute. GM in there say definitely is. Like, I'm trying to just wrap my mind around, like, and I got my thing, you know what I'm saying? This not just my platform, this y'all platform. Well, trust me, everything I do, I got an itinerary. Everything I do, I have an agenda. But you know how I rock over here, man. If you got something, man, I don't know, it's a couple things that's gas lightish. And I'm like, man, like, y'all trying to get me to think that I'm crazy? But see, gaslighting is a colloquialism loosely defined as manipulating someone into questioning their own perception of reality. The expression, which derives from the title of the 1944 film Gaslight, became popular in the mid-2010s. Merriam-Webster cites deception of one's memory, perception of reality, or mental stability. Merriam-Webster cites deception of one's memory, perception of reality, or mental stability. Are you being gaslit, my friend? Are you being gaslit, man? It's kind of gaslitish, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because let's try to develop an argument. let's try to stack the chips on one side real quick. I remember when Anoya Inoue went up against Stephen Fulton, right? And I'm the type where I use a lot of the boxers' words and what they say and what the camp say. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't do the hearsay, so you can ixnay on that. So I was listening to a lot of things that the Fortune in them camp was saying, and they were saying, oh man, they were saying that Inoue was a hype job and all this other stuff, but it was a beacon of some people coming out trying to actually pull the patriotic card, you know what I'm saying, the nationalism card, like, oh, you know, I'm American. They start, man, I was like, man, that's how you know it'll be some boy when they start saying I'm American. If you look at 2024 today, man, it looked like people are ready to do something strange for some change. You heard? Is it just me, or does it look like people was willing to do something strange for a little piece of change? I mean, I know that the economy is down, you know what I'm saying? People figuring it out. We always learn how to survive. Some of us learn how to thrive while surviving. You know what I'm saying? Try to put away for a rainy day, something like that. But it's looking like, man, it's looking like hard times out here, man. It's like people are ready to make it clap. People are ready to make it clap on foreign soil. Yikes. Oh my goodness, man. I'm like, wow. I'm like, man, like, where did all this foreign energy come from, man? Like, where did all this foreign, where are we at? Where's the boxing mecca? Where's all the talent? But I'm telling you, man, people expose themselves all the time, man, because people are willing to do anything for the money. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, some people, hey, people just showed you, man, that they have a price. Yikes. GM back in the comment section, they riding for Turkey like he is the new coming of Jesus. They calling him a prince and a trillionaire. Bob Arum got more money than dude. Yeah, man, I'm like, man, like, hey, you said it, you brought it up, hey, you started it, GM, you know what I'm saying, you instigating this, because I was thinking Moses, because he is over there parting cheeks like the Red Seas. Jeez Louise. Like, I'm like, man, have some dignity, man. I'm like, I know, like, is my son supposed to be hearing y'all talk about, I don't know, man. I'm prone to say Your Honor. Because I mean, your exit, that shit don't come out like it don't. Your exit, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I respect, you got a nation and all that, you know what I'm saying? But we are American, Damon. You know what I'm saying? We are American. Like, when did all this, man? I seen people pop locking and dropping today, man. And then the gaslighting part. Y'all want me to go ahead and get to the gaslighting part? The gaslighting part is they'll tell you that you being a fanager. Yeah, I'm being a fanager? Oh, really? You trying to tell me what this man should take and how he should respond and how it shouldn't be on social media? And I'm like, well, how do we find out about it? We found out about it on social media. Right? So typically, we all know that it's all bread and circuses and anything that's going on in social media. The people sit down behind closed doors. They have conversations over the phone where nobody knows. They actually sit down. They make agreements. They actually talk in a secured spot where both parties are comfortable, and they start saying, okay, what do you want out the deal? And what do I want out the deal? Okay, well, what's the biggest thing? All right, now what do you want me to do? Okay, so if I accept this, okay, can you budge here? Can you move there? They have a conversation, but they don't do that over social media yet. We got a whole bunch of sheeple out here just telling this man, oh yeah, man, F your day ones. F your day ones, you know what I'm saying? Don't be loyal to the soil. Because what a lot of people don't give Tank credit for, when you be talking about all these people that be bouncing around and doing all this, with this man that showed that he been faithful to his day ones. He been loyal to the soil. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't wavered. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stood, hey, last time I checked, the same dude who told him what to do when them gloves got put on is still with him. He's still riding. Might have lost a couple soldiers, but they still riding. He put the city on his back. He ain't turned his back on Al like it. Then they'll sit up there and tell you, because they made a lot of money telling people this and watching it unfold. But you don't leave business terms, you burn bridges, or you go do something you ain't supposed to do or whatever. We seen it. They'll come out and do an interview with you talking about how that's messed up how they did you, get you to spill all the tea so they get all the views, the likes, whatever. You get nothing but a smudged reputation, and you got to go back behind closed doors, shucking and jiving, trying to get back in. Make it make sense. So you darn if you do, you darn if you don't. But all I saw was a whole bunch of people ready to sell out, man. They just tell you, man, they just waved a couple dollars. What if you get over there and he like, oh, you gotta be faster than that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you over there in foreign soil. I mean, what are y'all talking? Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, people would do anything for money, man. Some of us can't be bought, man. And some of us are loyal to the soil, man. Some of us gonna stick with our day ones, man. It's just it's on till it ain't no more. But we see, man, we see in some of their business transaction they're doing. We'll see how they do their partner, boy. They will, man. I'm talking about they'll do their partner something mean. You know what I'm saying? They'll do their partner, their right hand man. They'll do, man. Ooh wee, boy. They'll do their partner. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them grab one of them thingy things and be behind you, boy. They'll put that thing up in your back, boy. Shout out to Tank for not selling out. Get them Ferraris and ghost them Saudis. Yeah, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Tickle my fancy. You got so much bread. Ain't that what they do when people be, like, for people to be so humble and so, you're supposed to be so humble and so elegant and so, you know, not me-my-ish, not so mammon and riches-ish. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of public record. It is a lot of praise and worship for how much this man got. It's social media. It's social media, man. But you got people being able to interpret social media. I'm gonna become a social media lawyer, man. You know what I'm saying? Certified. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get paid lots of bread for doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like reverse engineering. You know, you just got to know how to reverse engineer. You start off with a premise that you know is absolutely absurd to garner a reaction. And even when people speak logically to you as to what you say don't make sense, you convince them that they're crazy, and then in turn they'll call back or they'll donate back to come back to prove to you how sane they are, and you just keep gaslighting them and putting fuel on the fire. Yikes. I mean, I just saw a whole bunch of people that's willing to do something strange for some change, boy. They don't even know the answer. They're like, I'm coming, I'll be there. They call it Tank a hood rat for his responses now, but if he talked to Al like that, they would have had no problems. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If he would have came out, because that's what they want him. I'm telling you. That's why I say, man, you call me a fanboy, you call me a jockstrap rider, you call me whatever you want. But I'm one of the ones gonna say, young boy, don't mess up what you got going on, because they want you to be like, no offense, they want you to pull a Adrian Broner, man. They want you to be looking all flabby and sick. They want you to have these moments on camera where you having a breakdown, and they can get you by the, you know what I'm saying, cojones, because you strung out and you need the money and you need the bread, and they're going to mismatch you and they're going to string you along and they're going to take, you know what I'm saying? They want you in that position. Do not let them knock you off your pivot. Man, I don't care if they let somebody get in there with sandals on. Knock his ass out. That's all you got to keep doing. And outside, and keep maturing outside, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep thinning that herd. Keep forging that circle. And stay loyal to the soil. Stay with your day ones. People ain't preaching that. They want you to go all over there. Oh, man, you don't even know what's going to be required. They just want you to spread them cheeks. Not to mention, like, these people sound so stupid, man, with a big business deal like Amazon Prime. I was trying to tell somebody this on the last live, and I'm going to show my face, but right now I got to get this off. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't care if it's one person listening. I got to get this off. But I was trying to tell people this. It's like they can tell you all day, these boxing gurus and these people who know all about the business, that, you know, they get paid all day, every day. They'll tell you all day, every day. This is what they'll tell you. They'll tell you back in the time when Bob had signed Bud to that deal, and this is before that big Tyson deal. Tyson Fury hadn't got his deal. But when Bud was getting that deal and Top Rank got that big deal with ESPN, they would tell you that, yeah, you don't think that they signed Bud and they used Bud name when they went into that boardroom? Because when Bo Mac was in there and all that, they said they used Bud name to leverage into that big deal. And that's why, a lot of people were saying, hey, some people were saying, oh man, Terrence, they was complaining about Terrence's pay. I was never complaining about his pay. I was just saying, hey man, it is what it is. But you can't complain about where you at. You can't complain about being where you at and you resign. But they said that's how Bob leveraged that big deal. And they say, well, Bob took all his time and effort and energy and he put it in the Fury and he put it in the Loma. He was putting it into everybody but Bud, but they used his name to leverage that deal. So how we gonna act like there weren't a couple names that they were leveraging over for the Amazon Prime deal? How we gonna act like that? Like, you gotta think, these people be 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of you. It's like the technology we got in our hands right now. This is 2, 3 generations behind, maybe more. But when they roll it out, they done worked out the kinks. They got something way more advanced in the back. So you trying to tell me that somebody that got you to the height where you at, took you where you was from and did whatever they did, and it's been working and you growing. And you just now start, you know how when they say the tip of the iceberg? That Ryan fight with the dance partners, that was the tip of the iceberg. They want to form a wedge between that. You don't think that they use Tank's name in that Amazon deal? So he just supposed to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, so now, but we're fanages because they'll tell you, oh man, come on man, they speaking for the Sheik. I'm like, dang, you work for the Sheik. If you was working for the Sheik, you wouldn't be on YouTube. I'll put it like that. But I don't think you work for him. You speaking for him. I'm like, boy, all the Sheik, boy, man, the Sheik. Hey, I salute the Sheik, man. Hey, he exercising his domination, man, his dominion. I'm just glad that Tank was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He might have threw out a little cannon fodder out there online, but business deals don't go down out there like on social media like that. Real business deals get discussed behind closed doors, and the names that need to be called get called. But what I also found, I saw a lot of hypocritisms today. They feel more comfortable with it ain't dollars. Yeah, I seen a lot of criticism because they were saying, oh, Tank want to do this on social media. You know, he could have went and sat down and talked to them people. But I'm like, where was this logic when Devin was out there all on social media and they said call Al? It wasn't, the same logic wasn't used. That's why I say, man, they flip-flops. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as far as work ethic, like the energy they put into the business, hey, I love it. I salute. The energy you put into it, the message behind it, not so much. Like, if a lot of people listen to these people, man, we'll be going overseas just selling out, man. It'll be cheeks clapping all over the place. How you think they get some of them fools over there, man? GM said, you speaking fact. Yeah, how you think they get some of these fools over there, man? They just wave a couple little shiny little, you know what I'm saying, shiny little whatever's over there, man. Like, come on, man. Are you when you done built up, and see, this also show you what kind of business people they are. These people are showing you, anybody that was out there being one of these Sheik, and all these people that was out here doing the Sheik, you know what I'm saying? They was out here doing the Sheik. All these people show you what kind of business people they are, man. Like me and you, man, we partners. Like, we done built up a conglomerate. We done put, you know what I'm saying? Like, we done put 100, we put it 101. You know what I'm saying? We just put 101 in the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just bagged up 101 of them M's, them M&M's. You know what I'm saying? We just bagged up a whole 101 M&M's. And before we even get a chance to do it again, you sitting up there telling me, oh, you should. It's like, stop it. It's like, stop it, man. El Cotto in the building, salute. And listen, GMC, see, I said it. I said it in one of my lives the other day. Oh my goodness. I'm like, man, do y'all not know? Y'all don't even watch. I guess some of y'all don't even. Y'all need to get away from boxing and watch some of these shows that be going on out here, man. Because it look like I ain't the only one preaching. Like, do y'all not, like, y'all don't have no skepticism? Y'all going down the street, the door wide open, there's a big flat screen TV right there. It's sitting on the dolly right outside the front door. It's a ramp. The truck is backed up. The keys is in the ignition. All you gotta do is grab the TV, put it on the dolly, roll it up in the truck. The keys already started. They got a tank full of gas. Sirius XM radio in the joint. It's an automatic. Y'all gonna walk right in there and grab that. Y'all gonna walk right in there and grab that TV and try to be out. They gonna be like, I got yours. But yeah, man, I'm like, it showed me a lot, man. I mean, a lot of these people, man, they just showing me I wouldn't want to do business with you. I wouldn't even. I figured out another kind of way, man. Like, if you can't, it's something about loyalty. It's something about being down. It's something about, I ain't talking about when somebody like ripping you off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 2024, man. We got to be smarter than that. Like, I'm not talking about people ripping you off. I'm not talking about people taking advantage of you. I'm talking about when you done built up an organization, when you done built up and you done crawled up from your bootstraps. When you done made it to this level, you know what I'm saying? And you got the game on lock. That's why I say you gotta face it. When boxing got slow and everybody waiting for PBC, PBC taking all the bullets. Oh man, PBC this, PBC that. And I know defend because it's good boxers over there on Top Rank that I rock with. It's boxers on Golden Boy I rock with. It's on all of them. All these promoters, I rock with boxers all over, so I don't do that. But what I do here is a lot of PBC ain't this, PBC ain't that, this and that. None of the other ones are taking any hits. But when boxing got slow and boxing ain't knowing, guess who they talking about? Y'all don't want to face it. They not talking about Ginger right now. You know what I'm saying? And all the people that's like don't really want to know and gotta like rev because online because we don't know what the fan base is, but ain't nobody really talking about the number one pound for pound right now that everybody has down anyway. They're not talking about that. Guess what they talking about? Y'all don't want to face the music. And it's crazy how you just take a whole different situation. Because on social media, it was a certain camp that was always doing everything on social media. Then the guy named Sabril Matias come out, he get on social media and he say his thing. Quiet as a church mouse. Would never spin the block. You miss meetings. No spinning the block. No pressure to be like, hey man, wait, we gonna see what's going on. Like the man say, hey, it's the 22nd. The man can start training at the beginning of next month. Like, I mean, like February, he's gonna be back to training. What's goody? No spinach. No spin the block. No spin the block on that one. Then go right into something with Ryan. That don't happen. Then you admit, oh, I gotta do my mandatory. But you still on this guy's like jock strap. Like, and you talking about the former, where it don't look like the former because it sound like, man, and I would love for, you know what I'm saying, your majesty to prove me wrong, man. But it sound like he don't want you. It's like it's one of them deals where, you know what I'm saying, you out and about and it's like, hey, you know, basically if she don't come with her, neither one of y'all going. Hey, the sheik just said, hey man, hey, Davina, if you can't get you can't get, you know what I'm saying, you can't get them to come, hey, we don't, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And all the sheep, they were like, oh man, like, come on, man, why you gonna do this, man? They would talk about the man, like, I don't even know if they were painting them in the right light, man. They speaking on that man state of well-being and his health and stuff, and that's like, man, they made this man sound like he was, you know what I'm saying, on the edge, man, like wishing on a star or something. I'm like, maybe he was. Yikes. Oh man, I know DK all up in the business. Saudi don't have the extradition treaty with the U.S. Oh, these stupid fans don't realize he just got going. Put Devin on a domain on a tank fight car. Yeah. Co-main. Okay, I got you. Salute to PR Boxing. What up, Body Work? What's going on, PR, man? I'm just in here, man. I'm trying to figure out, man. It looked like we being gaslit in 2024, man. It's like people got us thinking we crazy. So you wrong when you stay with the people who. But see, this why I know, like, a lot of this stuff, like, because a lot of times this translate to the streets. Who you know out there, and who you know out there can just be jumping and hopping and skipping around? Who you know out there gonna let you just make, you know what I'm saying, all of this and be a part of all of this, and then it's just gonna be like, come on, man. Like, and even in corporate, even when you go to buy a house, they like, hey man, how long you been at this job? If you've been jumping around and this and this and that, man, like, that's why I don't let this online stuff fool you, man. Don't let this online stuff fool you. Yeah, it's good to be enterprising and, you know, and spreading out, but you gotta keep the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be loyal. You know, I know we live in a time where people just be mixing and matching and hop, skipping and jumping. You know what I'm saying? But it's time to be committed. You know what I'm saying? Committed in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Committed in your work ethic, committed on your job, committed to your significant other. It's time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is. Like, I know this ain't gonna get a whole lot of likes, clicks, and views. That I understand. But it's okay to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got a good thing, because it's a lot of times, man, you know how it is. I know it's a lot of people out there know how it is when you got the right thing going, and then you go out and you do something crazy, and then you be looking back and you be like, dang, was it all? Was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? PR back in the building. He said crazy people invested the light, etc. Crazy people invented the light. Yeah. Crazy people invented the light. Yeah. I got you. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm in awe, man. I mean, I'm in awe. That's why I'm not gonna change, y'all. Y'all can go back. I think, man, my channel might get more appreciation. If you go back and you look at my old videos, man, one at a time, or if you just pick a subject or a topic of one of these boxes and go look at what I was saying 2 years ago. Go listen to what I was saying 2 years ago and all the way up until now on every one, man. Yeah, I had progression and everything, but I did not change. I did not compromise like nothing. You know what I'm saying? I stood. I've been singing I've been holding it down. You know what I'm saying? And I know these messages, these don't give you the warm and fuzzies. No, they don't give you, they're not built to give you the warm and fuzzies. These are to get you to not fall back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like when she was like, I don't know how old y'all are, but when what is that, Poltergeist? Caroline, come to the light, Caroline. Come to the light. Like, man, don't let these people knock you off your pivot. You know what I'm saying? You better stand on your square, man. Hey, You gonna be out there doing something strange for some change, man. You know, I mean, all money ain't good money, man. They tell us all the time, all they glitters ain't gold. Now, I ain't saying it can't be official. I ain't saying, but it's like, when we seeing the character, I'm surprised people didn't come out and talk about that. Am I my brother's keeper? You know what I'm saying? Since we got so much to talk about, there's so many social boxing channels out here talking about social boxing activities, while we ain't talking about the Am I my brother's keepers. 2 people done went over there and got a bag. Now, I'm going to connect some dots for you. 2 people done went over there and got a bag and then got caught doing something crazy after that. And somebody stop me when I'm lying. Somebody stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Did somebody go over there and get a bag and then get, you know what I'm saying, get caught up in some stuff about a vehicle and stuff like that? Did that happen with somebody that went over there and got a bag? Did another somebody go over there and get a bag, lose, and then come back and wasn't thy brother's keeper? Come on now. Come on now. Oh, that's just too much truth, man. But guess what, man? Devin Haney got an excellent jab, man. That man got an excellent jab, man. He 5 to 10 with the excellent jab, man. Impeccable footwork like that. That's what y'all want? Did Tank get his 2 Lambo? I hope he do. It's like, I mean, but in the grand scheme of things, since it's social media, it's like, how seriously can you take it? But it's like, hey, toss me 2 of them things over here. Show some interest, but toss me 2 of them things. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You out here like what? I don't know, man. I'm up here in Baltimore. I was raised in DC. I was born in PG County. I was born in DC. I raised in PG County. I live in Baltimore. I've been nothing but DMV. And when somebody get out there and they get to talk about how much money they got and what they can do and how they can, you're gonna be like, hey, it's gonna pique some interest. It's gonna pique some interest. I think it was Styles P. He said, man, I'm gonna paraphrase. He basically said, man, you got all that bread, now you forced to defend it. It's like, yeah, you can acquire that. You can acquire that. PR boxing is live. Yup. He agreeing. Yup. And stop me when I'm lying though, y'all. I see you. I got you laughing. GM say Devin about to get blackballed. GM say I'm from Hyattsville. Yeah, man, I'm from Landover. Man. I'm from Mount Luther King Highway, man. Glen Reed Apartments, man. Right there, man. I played football right there in Glen Arden. I went to Laurel High School. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to the Army when I was 17, man. In 98. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I done went around. I went a lot of different places, seen a lot of different things, man. All over, like everywhere. Was truck driver. I've been everywhere, man. I'm like, but where I'm from, like where I was grown, where I got my grassroots at, it's like, man, you see somebody showing all this money and talking about how much money they got, like it's like you attracting the wrong kind of energy. Like somebody going to be like, yeah, all right, let me get this. Like somebody, even if you act like that, you going to the wrong store. You be like, oh man, like, hey, look, you look like somebody gonna be like, hey man, get me one of them, give me a, you know what I'm saying? They gonna push the envelope. They gonna, hey, give me a cheeseburger, give me, you know what I'm saying? Give me one of them subs, like, grab me some wings. They gonna tell, hey, toss me 2 of them Ferraris, cuz. Show me that you know what I'm saying? What's wrong? No, it's on social media. No harm, no foul, right? You got my attention. You want my attention? Toss me a couple of them Ferraris, cuz. When everybody all up in the tizzy. And they being fanagers, but when you call in with some logic, they gonna say that you a fanager. That's why I'm like, man, the hustle is to get you to keep arguing, because you're not arguing with nobody else but yourself. You, my friend, in the beginning of this, in the beginning of this, I told you guys what gaslighting was. Killed trying to finesse the Ferraris. I ain't mad at him. Like, yeah, like, I mean, like, why you mad? Like, if he could finesse, I mean, he got it like that. Then they'll tell you, you talk about a guy that got trillion. That's like, you know what that's like saying, you know how the world was acting when Ye had that billion, and then overnight they took, like, they knocked him down from being a billionaire and like kind of like made his nuts drop down to his, you know what I'm saying, his slouch socks. You know how they like, y'all remember that? So in the midst of that, they'll tell you, you talking to a dude that got $1 trillion, okay, with 2 Ferraris. That's like, give me 2 Happy Meals from the, you know what I'm saying, grab me 2 of them Happy Meals, like, man, super size, like, man, like, you know what I'm saying, put cheese on it. Like, that ain't nothing. Shit, if y'all give Ngannou 20 million, y'all gonna have to show me something. Exactly. And then they show you in business, they willing to just hop, skipping, and jump on the first thing smoking. Then, like, if you're going to take that risk, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, man, don't do business with these people, man. They're going to hop on the first thing, man. Oh, man, you say what? All right. What you need me to wear? I mean, what time I need to be there? You know what I'm saying? Looking at, like, boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people. Let me get a McLaren and a McLaren and a Camel. That's just a $500,000 for the 2. Yeah, like, that's like a piss in a bucket, for real. Like, but why y'all? I was trying to figure out why a whole bunch of people's undergarments were all, shall I say, tangled and twisted earlier. Like, why are you mad at his response? Like, that was like the bane of like the whole existence today. Like, it was like, you mad because he said that? Like, it was a joke. Y'all reading it to it and getting a, you know what I'm saying? If it's real business, man, they already know they gotta call out, and they already know that it's the Amazon thing. It's more ramifications, man. People love to cut them lines and then act like they ain't cutting them lines. But if you try to do anything like that in any kind of business that they got involved with you, oh man, it's off with your head. It's off with your head. And we can go to a channel and see, you know what I'm saying, that's in living color. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, these dudes are savages when they come to business. Boy, don't do no business with none of these people. You know what I'm saying? Send your bread. Ha ha, you got me through my day. Heedy hard. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey, don't do no business with these people, man. They show you. They tell you. They wouldn't, or either that, or they live in a lie, and they're gaslighting you to think that for their progression. But it don't work like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that in real life. Like that scene. I always go back to that scene on American Gangster when Denzel, he looked at him, he said, if you wasn't my cousin, I would blow your, like, when you got a good operation, like, you, if you wasn't, you know what I'm saying, I would. Come on now. Look at how they messed that up. Look at how they messed that up. You know what I'm saying? Can we talk about how Bill ain't never talked to Turkey, but he offered Tank 20 to 40 mil? Yeah, I mean, that's what I say, man. But he'll put out that bird feed. You know what I'm saying? He'll put that bird feed out, man, and they just get to flying and bird shit just landing everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, I'm not really, I don't want this to get misconstrued, for real. The GM back there, like, where the money come from? I'm telling you, GM boy, man, I said it on one of my lives, man. Like, that's why, like, if you really know what was going on at the time with the whole Bud thing, you know what I'm saying? It was like a lot of, like, that's why for a while, like, I think PBC was kind of like leery of actually going over there and doing something. I think that they was kind of leery of going over there and doing something because he was tied to that guy from over there, man. So now all of a sudden it's this plug, it's over there. Like, man, I know in some places, man, if they catch you stealing, man, it's coming off. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna turn the kid at the elbow and whatever whatever part of the body was touched or did anything wrong is coming off. You know what I'm saying? You get caught doing some shenanigans over there, you're over there, like permanently. It's not going to be indentured servitude either. It's ramifications. And you talking about somebody, like, I don't know, man. It just shows me how a lot of people do business. So don't get it twisted. I'm not knocking nobody hustle. So when I say don't do business with these people, I ain't being specific. I'm just saying I listen to people's logic, and a lot of people's logic out here when it comes to business and how they do things is all messed up, man. They'll have you thinking you something wrong with you. I'm like, nah, ain't nothing wrong with me. Huh, man? Ain't nothing wrong with me. Turn this way. They don't think about the repercussions of working with the Saudis. All them human rights violations, taking money from them dudes ain't gonna age well. I done connected some dots for y'all, man. And two people, and I'm not one of them soapbox. I just sit back, man. I like boxing, man, but I'm like, you know, we let's just try to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on it, like to actually make this make sense. You know what I'm saying? In the way people act and do things, like it don't make sense to me that two people went over there and got a. See, now I try not to pocket watch either, for real, because I don't care. I try not to pocket watch, but at the same time, you can't tell me. You can't deny the fact. That two people done went over there and got a big bag. And they came back over here and they done some crazy stuff. Stop me when I'm lying. So what did Big Baby do? Did Big Baby get caught up? Is he gone to November? And then somebody that's supposed to be all, you know what I'm saying, holier than thou, got a whole, like, you talking about, man, they got followers, got a kingdom, you should say. It's somebody out there got a whole kingdom. He wasn't his brother's keeper. It says, it's not me to drag nobody down, but I'll connect the dots. Like, you got to be thinking about these things, man. Like, some of this stuff is principle. And then, like, I don't know, man. Like, if you understand business, macroeconomics and stuff like that, when you start, like, trying to manipulate that stuff and you try to get, you know what I'm saying, and you trying to, like, man, it's not, you don't even understand what you playing Jenga. So they get enough people behind that, you know what I'm saying, because, like, but at the end of the day, moral of the story is people can be bought. People just let you know that there's a price. Like, everybody got a price. Everybody has a price. Everybody got a price. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna leave it like that. Everybody has a price. And a lot of people are letting you know that they have a price, man. It's a price, man. Some of it might be substantial. It might be a substantial price. I salute Tank for staying loyal to the soil. That's one of the things I try to keep in mind, man. When everybody get all caught up in the whole, like, it's whole smear campaigns, whole slander campaigns. I read a whole article today where it's like, you act like the verbiage and the terminology, like the way you're talking, it's like like a whole article, like an official article was slanted in that way. I said, oh man, I said, it's starting to creep in to where if you look at everything, you know what I'm saying, they like anybody that's in any key position, anybody that's in any key position, any key spot, they try to knock you off your pivot. They try to distract you first. They always like nothing you do is ever going to be good enough. And then they're going to tell you how you could have did it better or did this or did that. You know what I'm saying? I just say, man, it's almost like a game of tag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it is when you growing up and you've been playing tag, y'all been running around. It's like you it and you got it. Like you're it until you're not. And in boxing, it can change. Like it can change, but you're it right now. You know what I'm saying? You're it right now, and it's a lot of forces and it's a lot of like tug of war and all that, and everybody think they know. But I'm just saying that common business sense means that if you had a deal over there to do this and you had everything going on or whatever, and these people are not sitting down with your management, if they go through the protocol and they establish something, I'm just saying, man, we gotta look at the big picture. So I'm not going to assume anything and try to read between those lines and act like I know more than I do, because I don't. I just know that a lot of people are showing me that you can be bought, you can be sold. Oh, my bad. I ain't even see you back here, bro.
Nah, you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead and cook, GM.
Nah, I just wanted to say, like, you just speaking facts. It's a lot of shit I'm seeing. I'm just like, I'm just looking at this shit the wrong way. You know. First of all, everybody calling this man a prince and he a trillionaire. He not even the one paying for all this. You know, he worked for the Prince of Saudi. That's one thing. So they need to stop twerking for this man, acting like he the savior of boxing. Their whole thing is they just want to fix the relations with their country so they can be more of a tourist attraction and kind of get past all the human rights violations they did. So this is not good for boxing, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not good for boxing. Because they making Ngannou versus AJ. How's that a good fight for boxing? What if Ngannou win? How does that look for boxing? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Ngannou beat AJ, they gonna look at boxing like, what the fuck is we watching this shit for? Let's watch UFC. You know what I mean? And then on top, oh sorry, can I cuss on your channel?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, it ain't no. Yeah, yeah.
And then on top of it, it's like, all right, the man is on house arrest. We already know that.
Mm-hmm.
He just came off of a great selling event, 1.5 million pay-per-views, right? Amazing gate.
Right.
And then you got Devin, who just went up to 140. We're hydrating at 165. So it's all these things, but then all these people trying to take this very specific thing that Tank got to do, which is move up to 140, fight Devin, no rehydration, in Saudi Arabia. He's supposed to just do that. What happened to Tank earning the A side and being able to dictate his own terms and offer Devin when he felt like it to fight? You know, it's like
because when you think about it, any corporation where you got different heads, because any good corporation got different power players within it, right? They all got their own role. Now, what about the fact that he just did that? That was just the tip of the iceberg, right? They haven't even went back to the drawing board, refined things, like ramped up, got another dance partner to see what it do. What about, because a lot of these people have been doing business, it's like trade lines and trade codes and how things are set up to where down the road, money-wise, there are dates with money in it for all these other people that have a vested interest in that man. You can't just up in that and be like, oh, because he waved the magic wand. It's like, it don't work like that. Like, all these people, everybody over there, like, wherever he fight, all these venues that they already have, like pre-booked or marked or that they've been doing all this time. Like, you don't just sacrifice that in the blink of an eye because somebody waved, you know what I'm saying, $100 bill in your face. Like, stop it. Like, that don't even work in real life. And the people that's propagating this stuff know a lot about business, but it's conducive to their agenda to get everybody riled up and echoing this. I see some of the stupidest. I started to say, look, I don't even argue and really debate with people too much no more about it. It's like, that's how you believe. Okay, cool.
Nah, man, I don't even know what to look at this shit like this no more, because I'm just looking at it. I'm like, this shit don't even make sense. If you was Tank, would you go to Saudi Arabia when you got an Amazon Prime deal and go there and fight him at 140 so he can rehydrate to 165? Would you do that? You know, it's like if the Tank is such a big draw and Devin ain't no draw, why wouldn't Devin be the one everybody should be calling for him to come fight Tank on his terms? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they'll say, "Oh, I don't want to see Devin drain down." It's like you're pulling for, like, the guy don't really want to fight. Like, you can't be the one. You can't be the one that I want what this man got. I want a piece of that man. Go to that man and figure out what's going on. So what could have happened? What could have happened is, if you weren't so vocal and loud or made it seem like you run stuff and you said it got to be at 140 and I want 20 mil. Like, when you jumped out there and you said all that, it's like, oh man, now you acting like a fool, bro. You're not. First of all, you're not gonna be able to dictate anything. Just say hey, I want to fight you next. Let's make it happen and talk all that gangster stuff, but then make the call out. And all that could have been hashed out. But when you put it out there, like, I want this and I'm gonna have it that, it's gonna be, they're gonna look at you like, no, man, because y'all putting too much. Okay, see how that worked for you. Go carve your own lane and go get this. So they thinking they got a little what you call them, an angel investor. Well, I mean, it's like an angel, like you, because he just gonna sprinkle some fairy dust. And it's like, I'm coming back. It's like, no, man, you should feel deflated, because what he's really saying is he don't want you unless I come with. If otherwise, he would make it for somebody else. T.O. been earned. They don't give him as much money as he deserved for what he was able to do. Realistically, people shit on his resume. He did everything that Devin Haney did before he did it. Right. He had the blemish against Cambosa, but they'll knock him and say he don't deserve this. And then, I don't know, man. I can go on and on for days, man, about it. And it just don't make no sense, because you can't go to somebody, like, you can't go to none of these power players. You can't go to none of these businesses and just tell them, all right, this is how we gonna do it because I'm a part of this now. And they're gonna be like, somebody escort this man out of here.
Right.
That's just business.
Exactly. And they was doing smart business at first when they was trying to get the Ryan fight. I thought that was the best thing for Devin, so he could meet Tank on like some type of level with some pay-per-view buys, you know what I mean? But they messed the bag up by trying to act like they're the A-side with Ryan. They should have just gave that man 60%, you know what I mean? And had him take that, they fight, you know, Devin wins, and then everybody gonna think Devin was the A-side in that fight. You know what I mean? They're gonna think that Devin is the one who brought in all those pay-per-views. That's how they were supposed to move. Now he's trying to scramble for a big fight against AB. That shit just ain't work. And now Ryan about to fight AB. You know, who he gonna fight next? Sando Martin on regular DAZN. That's why all these internet answers is about to bite them in the ass. And I'm telling you, like, they about to get blackballed in some type of way. You got them calling out Matias, ain't really trying to fight Matias. Like, it's just looking real bad for him. And I know Tank don't really got too many options right now to fight, per se. Like, because everybody trying to tell him that he got to fight Shakur or Devin, whatever. So they going to try to shit on that. But at the end of the day, he's still going to do numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to break down what you said. Let me read El Cotto real quick. The rehydration clause is definitely not good for boxing. If you can make the weight, let the fight go on. And I'm going to address that. I'm going to address that, El Cotto. I'm going to address that. But to your point, I've been saying that for the longest time, man. I said, because right when the Ryan stuff happened, man, because it's one thing to edge the line, and y'all got to understand, like, if y'all behind closed doors, it's like, yeah, talk spicy, talk to me dirty, like, you know what I'm saying, talk that, but it's a line, you know what I'm saying? And then it's actually showing obviously showing in the boardroom, in the meeting rooms as well, because you got to think, even when the Loma fight happened, that fight got pushed back. They were saying Loma was dragging his feet. Loma wasn't dragging his feet. Devin and them was asking for more money. Like they was asking for more money than that point. But they had YouTube thinking that, oh man, Loma don't want it. He trying to make me miss Ramadan. They blaspheme. They said all kind of. That wasn't even the case, bro. It's like, and your business dealers are starting to show up. And Rolly came out and said it a long time ago. He said Eddie knows that Devin needs a name. He needs a big name in order to sell. He knows that. That's why he brought him over there. And he'll bring people over there as a lure to be like, all right, look, yeah, you're going to get this and that to make it look like I got this roster. But he's going to keep this guy away from that guy, a la Andre, Triple G, and Canelo. That's like Richardson Hitchens. Why his name? That's in-house. They got bread. Same. They supposed to be two pure like boxers. That's a great matchup. That's two skilled boxers in-house right there. No thought of it. They ain't talking about no Gary Antoine Russell. No thought of that. It's history there with his little brother, and then what he said. Like Sabril Matias, they pump fake them, and then they rub them people. Now that's a whole fan base that they done rub like kind of wrong, because now, you know what I'm saying, they know all about you. And so now in that Ryan fight, not going ahead and doing it, to me, what it proved is that they don't have as much confidence in themselves as they think they did. Because if it was all about you just being better and you wanting to get a bag, and it's, you know, you getting one of the 4 kings or whatever, like you wanting to take you would have took that. Because like you said, you don't really have none. Now I could argue that Tank, because Tank, he could. I'm thinking, man, I done boiled it down to it's either Frank Martin, Michelle Rivera. I think it's Frank Martin, Michelle Rivera, or
Rayo Valenzuela.
Yeah. I think that's it, because I kind of seen a little glimpse of what they were trying to do when Michelle Rivera came out there and called Tank. He was like, "You that little B," and I'm like, where did this energy come from? Like, that wasn't even you was trying to play the Ali thing, and then you popped hot. Like, you just weird. Like, then you come out and say Tank a little B. So I'm like, that might be the play. Somebody said it a long time ago. They also said that they were lining Gary Russell up to get pickpocketed at that time, and that wound up being true. So I kind of, I'm thinking it might be Michelle, but I kind of hope it's Frank. Or I would take a day. Even though I don't think it would be a De Los Santos, I would take a De Los Santos. So I don't. If it's Michelle Rivera, De Los Santos, Frank Martin, which I have Frank Martin probably as the priority. You know what I'm saying? Frank Martin is the priority. I would say I would take Frank Martin over all them guys. And YouTube already got out in front of it, and they're trying to say, man, what's that's gonna do and what he gonna do and what. Don't even worry about that. Go ahead and get Frank Martin in there. And that's who I got it narrowed down to. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but that's who I think it's gonna be, one of them. And he got some options. Devin got to fight that Sandro Martin, or he got to find a big enough fight that's going to afford that guy step aside. But I don't think that guy's taking no step aside, because I think he really think he can beat Devin. And that was the play all along. They just had to hype it all up. If the Ryan thing would have went through, I think he would have went ahead and did that. But he got to fight Sandor.
Well, he can. You know who he can fight, though. Instead of Sandor, he could unify against Matias. But
he don't want that.
Yeah, they don't want that shit, man. That's why they popping all this Tank shit, man. They just gonna keep bringing up Tank names so they can secretly duck Matias. You know what I mean? And then they probably gonna ride this shit out till he usually fight in May. They gonna ride this shit out till May, and then they gonna tell everybody he fighting Sandor, and that shit gonna be on Free to Zone. And I agree with you, yeah. Me personally, like I want to see Frank Martin out of all them guys, but I feel like the fans really made that Isaac Cruz fight not happen, and I think that would have been the biggest fight for Tank.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. I agree. It would have been, because at first I was like, I didn't want to see it, but I'm like, nah, y'all cried for it. And then with the way y'all acting, go ahead. Since he didn't knock him out, since y'all started this, and y'all think that he's such a good competition, let Tank get in there and do his thing. You know what I'm saying? I so I had I was like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I already see how it's not going to be anybody good enough. And we all know that it should be Shakur, but we got to see what happened with Shakur on Top Rank. and all that, but they try to still force that envelope when they can't get nowhere. They force that. It's like, man, that man signed over there. Ain't even no talks about. Bob ain't even mentioned that. You know what I'm saying? So stop it until he get out of that situation. You'll pull your hair out arguing with people about that.
Right. Yeah,
you know, but what Kodo said about this rehydration, the way I feel, because I think a lot of people didn't really understand why that rehydration came into play. And that was because he did it at a catch weight. If he wouldn't have did it at a catch weight, if Ryan would have said, all right, I'm gonna come all the way down, he could have went and got big as high if he want. But since he said, I don't want to scrape all the way down to that pound, he was like, all right, I'm gonna put a rehydration on there. That could have been avoided. And I don't think that this was an agenda that they always act like they don't understand. I do not think that Tank feel like he can't beat this man at whatever size Devin is. I don't think that. It's just he's not going to allow this man to come in and tell him what he going to do and how much he going to take. And that's what goes over everybody's head. And then they want to about face and say, I just want to see the fight. No, stop that. Stop being a baby. You know what I'm saying? They're pushing these envelopes on stuff that don't make no sense. It wouldn't be no rehydration. One, if Devin was fighting in his right weight class, but it sounds kind of silly when somebody, you already got the bigger dimensions and all that. It ain't even about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already got natural advantages by being taller, longer, you know what I'm saying? However, and then he gonna give you the size, but you out here in the mess hall with your chest out like you running and you can't even fill up an arcade. Like, stop it. Like, and that's just being real. It's like the business, because we see it in everything else. Like, when there's value in something, you see it and you treat it like it's valuable. We don't, because it's just a little dude from the hood. Like, we don't care. But that's not how it is. This man moved the needle. This dude bring in revenue. He bring in bread. Like, that does mean something. They have him on the game plan. And again, that Ryan stuff was just the tip of the iceberg. They just did it. Like, they just got to that level to where, okay, this fight, that fight, it could be built. And then, however you see it. But they won't even give it time. They want to bite off of what he got instead of creating their own and then coming together to make it that much bigger.
Right. That's facts.
But rehydration ain't good. Like, it's not, like, to limit and all that, but these fighters should be fighting closer to their walk-around rate. In that range, I'm an advocate of that, because with that, like, that's how if you look at the major key elite boxers division-wise, if you look at Sabril Matias, if you look at Gary Antoine Russell, if you look at Boots, they all pretty much walk around close to their walk-around rate, to where even Gary Antoine Russell say he can go down to 35 if he want, or go to 40. Sabril Matias, they say he walk around close to that weight to where he ain't in there trying to shed a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? He might have to lose like a couple pounds, but he gonna do that just in preparing for the opponent. So all of that time is spent being paired for their opponent. They don't gotta worry about oh my gosh, I gotta get all the way down and the timing and whether or not I put the water back in and all that. These guys gotta start fighting closer to their weight. It would benefit them. It'll make their punch resistance better, for one. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't gotta go from 0 to 60 that quick. You can move to a division that's close, maybe one division down from where you're supposed to be. Stay there for a little while, get your feet wet, and as your body grows, just go ahead and move up. Just don't try to beat the best of the best. Like, get a couple fights and build yourself. That way you're fighting. Because right now, Devin is in between a rock and a hard spot. I called it for years now. I said, you got your back up against it. It ain't no way, you ain't nowhere to run to. 140 is the road. Like, it ain't no soft touches. Any given night, any one of them dudes, you can have a bad night and it's over. You know, and sales wise now, it's like you got to show and prove.
And I don't even think rehydration cause is bad for boxing. I think the fact that they had to dehydrate that much to make the weight is bad for boxing. I think they should bring back same day weigh-ins, And what's the name? Devin, he at 165, rehydrating 25 pounds. You got Boots Ennis at 147. He can't even rehydrate more than 10 pounds because the belt he got a rehydration clause on it. So he really a welterweight fighting at 140. He killing himself to make the weight now. That's why they still doing these ceremonial weigh-ins. And that's why every time you see his ass at the real weigh-in, he got a hoodie on and some shades. So they was complaining about him being drained at 35, but they're not complaining about him being drained right now at 40. So
Looking like Mum Ra.
we ain't gonna see another Devin, what's it called, weigh-in for a while, man. I'm telling you, we're not gonna see his ass at a real weigh-in until he at 47.
And salute the Bubs Boxing. What's good, body work? You know what I'm saying? Keep grinding. Salute Bubs. Thanks for support, man. But yeah, man, we not, and I don't like that whole and Bubs right back at it. He said, yep, same day weigh-in. That will fix a lot in boxing. Good conversation, body work. We appreciate that. Yeah, and I'm like right on the fence with that. It would fix it. I kind of like that they have to the next day. I don't like that unseen stuff. I don't like that whole they waited early and all that, because I said it before. I heard some other people say it too, but like people be like wagering on this stuff, and like, you know, the tradition of us, like I've been watching boxing for a long time, and I've got accustomed to being able to see him at a weigh-in and be like, oh yeah, he looks sucked down. It tells you a lot, like, you know, going in, and like now when they're able to disguise that and what they're able to do, man, you don't know. You don't even know really until you look at your fighter before he go in the ring. And I've been looking and saying, man, golly, he don't look right. It's like, you know, in them scary movies when y'all be at war or whatever, y'all get behind the line and you look down at your partner's eyes and you be like, hey boy, what's wrong? What's wrong with y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Something ain't right, you know. So
It said, I seen I don't know if you ever saw that vlog that Regis did before the Zaraya fight.
mm-hmm.
He was showing what he had to do to make the weight for that fight. He had to take like a Epsom salt bath, and then they wrapped him up in some towels. Like he was dehydrated, they wrapped him up in some towels so he can make the weight in this hot ass hotel room, right?
Yeah.
And that man, he rehydrated to what, like 16 pounds? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just gotta imagine what Devin did to make that weight versus Regis, and then rehydrate the next day. So I ain't gonna take that away from him. That man is a crazy athlete. For him to be able to put his body through that, you know, just to make the weight, that is pretty crazy. But you know, I want to see the best of every fighter, and I really feel like maybe he would get a little bit of power at 47. You know, maybe he would be a little bit more entertaining at that weight. So I feel like he need to go up there. He need to stop weight bullying people, man. And he ain't even fought nobody his real size or his style yet. I need to see that shit out of him.
Yeah, I think him and Hitchens, like they, you know, I think Hitchens, I got Hitchens being a little bit sharper, but I don't know how Devin would get up for that fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got him being a little bit sharper, because I see a couple people in Richardson Hitchens when he fight. He got a couple little different elements in there. And if he want to, like, he definitely cannot. Like, I think he got more power than Devin right now. You know what I'm saying? It's shown. You know, and I think that he's a little bit more offensive. I think Devin is a little bit more defensive, but I think that's a great fight. That's like they damn near the same size. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a nice match if you ask me. Like, but he's. To me, I think that they're on borrowed time. It's not gonna age well fighting all these older guys. And I don't know why nobody say that. It's all this pressure for Tank to do X, Y, and Z. Not that he ain't built for it. I'm not being security. Not that he ain't built for it, but that same energy ain't applied over there when it's a sin to ask him to fight Boots or Buzz, somebody that he the same size as. But you know, 4 pound for pound. Like, so are you number 4 pound for pound or not? Because now I think that pound for pound stuff, it's starting to just be a title now. It's like a social media trophy or something. Like, yeah, he pound for pound. Yeah, but he won't fight nobody that he don't have all the advantages of. And there's a couple people out there like that.
Yeah, it's a few.
It's a few, you know what I'm saying? And when I say it, it sounds like I'm hating, but it's just like, no, I put them all on that same scale, man. And until I see it, we don't know. How many times we didn't know? All right, look, when we seen Speedy Rashidi, that's a good example. When we seen Speedy Rashidi, we was like, oh man, he be sparring with Canelo, and we know he got this and he got that. I don't know if they caught him at the wrong time or whatever, but when he got in there, it was a little different with that guy Vila. So you don't know until we see it. Like, until you get in there and have to show that, oh, he took it a step above. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he upset the apple cart. It was a guy, what's that guy? The sniper, man. That shit like kind of devastated me when I seen did you see the sniper when he fought that dude Maestro? Was it Trayvon the Sniper Marshall?
I don't think I seen that one though.
He from out here. I think he from like Fort Washington. He from like DC, one of them areas. But man, he fought Maestro, the dude who Michael Fox got robbed for. He fought him, man, and got devastated. One shot. Like, you don't know. Like, and the dude was looking like the sniper was looking like a killer. And when you look at Maestro, you wouldn't look at him like, oh, it's like, okay, he got up for that fight. He was a veteran, but he was game. So we don't know until we see you in there with the guys where you don't have all these advantages. It's not hate, it's just that, we can't. I'm not gonna be on the jock strap like praising and stuff. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. That way I don't gotta change. You can't pull up a video with me saying something crazy and I don't feel like that today. You know what I'm saying? Or I was all on some BS. Yeah, you can't do that. All this time I've been on here, you can't do that. And it's slow motion because it ain't always the popular thing to say, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But El Cotto say it wasn't. I want to see Haney fight someone his size like Matias or Hitchens. Exactly. But that's a sin. That's like, oh my God, you just want to see him get beat. It's like, okay. It's like, if that's how you feel, cuz I'm going to back up off of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them keep fighting these little guys with these little arms, like little reach and slow feet, and and let's just give them the Hall of Fame now. Let's just crown them now. Let's just crown them.
Hell no. That man, he lost. I think he lost. I'm not a hater, but I think he lost to Loma, and then he fought Regis, and I'm just like I heard somebody just recently said Frank Martin got more of a Mexican style than a Black American boxing style, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, wait, so y'all gonna call for Tank to fight black fighters? Then he gonna fight Frank Martin? Now he a Mexican fighter, but this man Devin Haney ain't fought no black fighters, and he just fought Regis, and that man got a real Mexican style. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, but see, they do that. Now listen, peep game. We hadn't heard about Sandor Martin. Last week was the first time I knew about Sandor Martin. Like, we seen him against Tio and all that. We wasn't hearing anything about him. You seen that spike of interest last week when they was kind of slowly rolling it out that's who they really got to fight. They started trying to build it up. People wasn't really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it really is. But when it comes to anybody that Tank might fight, I ain't never heard Frank Martin get trashed so much. Now, I didn't agree with the decision with the Shakur stuff. Mm-hmm. Frank, my man, I was promoting him. A lot of these channels was saying, like, they would say, oh, I rock with Frank. I was actually doing the video. Like, the way I be doing now, I was actually doing the videos on these guys. While they were just talking about all the drama and stuff, I was doing videos on them. I didn't agree with the Shakur situation, like with him. I thought that was an opportunity. That was my only knock with Frank. I think Frank is a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's game, and he's been developed. He's been developed, but now they're starting to trash him. But they do this, like, just like now. Like, so think about Ryan Stock after the deal was off versus Ryan Stock when the deal was in negotiation. They done made that, oh man, he just wanted to fight Ryan, and his stock went down, and like Mario Barrios, his stock went down until Devin was getting ready to fight him. Then they start kind of build, oh man, Mario Barrios, man, he went, oh, it's like, come on. So depending on who you talk, like, it's weird, man. It's weird.
That shit crazy how that happened. Man, before Ryan, they was all saying that was a 50-50 fight, and Tank scared to fight Ryan, and how Ryan gonna knock Tank out.
Yep, that was the catchphrase. Ryan gonna knock Tank out. Ryan, I said, okay. I said, all right, keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? I was saying, keep that same energy. We know he ain't ready, but since Ryan jumped out there, he pulled out, and then he said God told him. He said God said. He said that he played with that man up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man,
I feel you, Cotto. I know you got
all over the
stuff,
comments
man.
of that shit.
Tank and Shakur, who would you put your money on? I'm Tank, man. Like it gotta be. And I Shakur, I got Shakur the definition in my box of the watch collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I got Tank, man. It's kind of hard to get me to go against him now. Now, because of the dynamics and everything, if that Matias conversation came up, that fight would make me, you know what I'm saying? That fight would make me a little nervous. But I still believe, you know what I'm saying? I still believe in the skill set. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see him. Like I wanted to see him against like the Matias. I want to see him in there with the T.O. I want to see him. I want to see him against T.O. I want to see him against Gary Antoine. I had been saying this a long time ago. Like I hadn't been protecting or trying to duck him down. I'm like, look, man, because I think that in his division 35, ain't nobody gonna really want to risk it with him until they have to, and every other fight ain't gonna be acceptable. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta have them dad's partner like T.O. I want to see him and T.O. get it on. I want to see him and Shakur get it on.
You know, yeah, you right about that, because you even see Williams and Beta. He about to go to IBF route now, and he was always lined up to fight Tanks pretty soon. And I think that'll be a good fight. You saying you was worried about Matias versus Tank if that did happen?
I said that fight make me nervous.
Make you nervous? Shit,
yeah.
I see where you come from, because Matias can hurt you, but his style is just wrong for Tank like that.
No, but see, this is what I know. See, I've already given my breakdown on it.
Yeah,
but see, Coach Kenny was in the corner, and it's some things that Malik was doing, and I also think it's the element with Tank being shorter. That's why I always factor in, because I know for me, whenever I was fighting, man, fighting somebody that's like a little, like it's always tougher fighting somebody that can get up under you. You know what I'm saying? I prefer actually fighting people that was taller than me. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I thought, like, just like Tyson, I thought that was an advantage for him, because when you can get lower than somebody, and you know what I'm saying, like, you got some defense, like when you attack, they got to be ready. So I know that's an element, because Matias ain't gonna be able to just walk in there, because Tank can get low, and then when he come up and hit you, he got concussive knockout power. So, you know, I say nervous in the fact that I seen this man in a couple fights now. I seen him to where you don't know until somebody hit him in that chin, mm-hmm, whether or not he can take it. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Because this man done got, he got one of the best beards in the game. I ain't gonna lie, man. That man he done got shellacked, and I don't think in the long haul, I don't want him to do his whole career like that. But as far as throwback, being able to take a whack, and then, you know what I'm saying, I know Tank, he could take it, but I'm talking about as far as Sabril's punch resistance, like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta box and make you if you gonna box, you gotta stay on it and don't let him wear you down. Because about round 4, if you ain't got nothing in the tank, it's over for you, man. You can't blow your load early, or you gotta have good feet, and you gotta be able to have some explosive power, I think, for Matias. You gotta know what you're doing.
And Malik was a good boxer, and I remember that fight, because a lot of people were saying Matias wasn't trying to box, like he should have stuck to the game plan. I'm thinking, man, if you're not looking, like, you gotta pay attention. He can't stay to the game plan, because Matias keep coming at that body. His legs was going early, you know, and that's just another reason why I think it would be a good fight with him and Devin. Like, everybody think Devin just gonna outbox him, man. If Matias touch his body, you know, he ain't gonna be boxing shit. And then it's to the head too. That's a wild card fight, and I'm not mad at Devin for not trying to fight him. You know, I think that's a smart move right now for him. If you want that Tank fight, you know, you better not fight Matias, bro.
He know that though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, like, real recognize real, man. You already know. Because anybody else, you would have spent, like, you remember the venom he was spitting at Schofield, all the venom he had at Keyshawn. Mm-hmm. It's like when he feel like he got the ups on you, the shove against Loma.
Yup.
He ain't even do that in the weigh-in against Regis. So it's like when he got you, and that's the kind of people I don't like. Like, so you the type that when somebody's shorter than you, or you always punch it down, you the type that's just gonna steal somebody because they shorter than you. I don't like them kind of people. Like I always been getting in trouble like that because I won't even be able to sit around and watch nobody do that. Like I'll be the one that like I couldn't just do it. Like I don't like that style. Like I don't like that energy. Like you got to keep that. When has Devin ever got that quiet? He's been relentless against everybody else. This man come out and call you a chicken. He say y'all had a meeting. You know what I'm saying? He say he down. Like, look, I got this going on. I'm gonna be able to start training February. Like beginning of February, I'm training. We can get this. You ain't got nothing else going on anyway. It's crickets. And that fight was Sale. He got a whole country behind him.
And you
had the belt to U2 division. It's a unification.
And Matias gonna take a low offer, man. That man take 750. He takes 750 to $1 million to fight Devin. That shit easy to make. That man quiet.
Hold on, let me GM. Let me holler. Let me.
Yeah, go
Bug gonna stop Canelo. F out of here. We know Tank could beat Ryan. Yeah, I knew that. We all knew that, but everybody was selling that. I'm just saying it's not okay to where Tank versus Ryan was an exhibition match. But then when Ryan fight Devin, it's game 7. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. And the coach Kenny flipping the coin and said Shakur, I don't know what happened. I was asking the same questions. I just don't go over them and dig in them. I'd let them come out. I think that they wanted something that wasn't achievable at the time. That's all I can say. I wanted that fight too. I was saying the same thing. What happened with the coin flip? I wasn't gonna get out online and defend it. If Tank can't hurt Matias, Tank in trouble. That's why I said, man, I think you got to be able to hurt him, but I think his feet are good enough to where if he wanted to box around, he could. I just don't know if he'd be perceived as winning a fight like that. Because you got to score points. If you're gonna play that style, and that's what make the Devin and Matias fight so interesting. If you're gonna play that style and you're gonna box and move, you got to be able to score points and not let him like wear you down. I think that they both got good enough feet to move around. I just don't. I think that mental pressure. I ain't seen Devin under that, man. I ain't seen him under that pressure, man. I ain't seen Devin under that kind of pressure to be able to withstand that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the fact that Tank got those shorter dimensions, but he's shorter, it's an interesting fight, man. And you definitely got to be able to hurt him or outpoint him without getting worn down. That's my opinion on that. El Cotto, Max coach buddy, said the Max RP said the Matias punch hurt. He also said he kept getting stronger and throwing more punch. You can see it. You can see it.
But I'm about to get back to that chat, bro. I gotta do something.
All right, GM. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Peace. Then Bug gonna stop Canelo. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I'm a realist, man. I don't, I'm a realist. I don't I could see Matias, man. Matias is like a sledgehammer, man. And I seen some flashes of brilliance with Malik Iceman Hawkins, but like he said, like GM was saying, man, he was going to that body. And that body, man, his body work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the sweet science, man. It'll wear them legs down, and then he'll start chipping away, and then next thing you know, he'll catch you with one of these awkward shots. Like he throw these short shots. It's almost like the same thing that kind of it's two different styles, but it's the same kind of. Whereas you don't think that it's a science to what Benavidez is doing, but we learned in that Andre fight that it's a science to it. And the more and more I've been watching Subriel Matias, I learned that it's a science to how he punch. He got his throwaway punches, and then he got his one that he put mustard on. And I can imagine that he's putting different power on him. It's just interesting, man. Right now, he's looking like, it's looking like somebody, one who's going to want to fight him and believe that they can beat him. Have good feet, good power. I mean, better than average power. and IQ. You know what I'm saying? Because he throw a lot of arm punches and them up because it's effective. Yeah. He throw a lot of arm punches. They wear you down. That's a science, man. And when he just got his own little style, and that's one of them ones to where, you know, you just don't know until you see him get in there. But until these guys, like if you look at the picture that I got with the row on it, tell you all you need to know, man. I called it the row. All of them guys have a set of skills that on any given night, depending on the matchup, what somebody was dealing with in camp, who they brought in, how they was feeling, what they was going through on any given night, man. You put anybody up there from the row, that video I got, the 140 division in there on any given night, you know what I'm saying? It can go down. But let me see if I wanted to cover everything I wanted to cover today, man. I just want to say, man, like, don't let people gaslight you. You know what I'm saying? Don't have everybody out here on YouTube have you thinking that you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them project things onto you. You know, and look at their actions and how they change it up and how they switch it up and how they don't be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you do business, man. We got to put common sense back in the boxing, man. Bud gonna stop Canelo. Bill Haney went on IG Live with Panda and he said he's going to be rich from fighting Devin, and they were supposed to get back to Bill in a week. It has been 5 weeks. Well, I've seen it, like, but again, let's just say that was true. Let's just say that they were supposed to. When has Devin ever just let somebody get back to them? Like, when has Devin and them just like, all right, then they gonna get back to me? When Devin wanted to smoke, he pursued the smoke. Let y'all tell it, he was chasing Loma for 5 years and he was chasing Tank for 4 years. Been around the world and I can't find my baby. Stop it. Stop it, man. Like, you just say you like Devin, man. You a ride or die. I respect that a whole lot more. That way, when you know what I'm saying, when I start laying out everything, I need somebody that's an advocate for Devin over here to kind of, you know what I'm saying, try to keep me in you know, in line, I guess. Yeah, Devin hasn't said nothing else. That's true. This guy, Bud, man, you funny, man. You a funny dude, man. He said, yeah, that's true. That's true, though. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. Ain't no craziness, man. It just is what it is, man. Y'all know y'all been on the playground and y'all see some shit go down and your man get hit all upside his head and shit, and he just walking around like, and you looking like, man, that nigga just hit you upside your head. And he like, nah, man, like, nah, you good, you tripping, man. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Then you see him get elbowed in the stomach. Like, man, this nigga just elbowed you in your stomach, man. He like, nah, man, play ball, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is. He didn't want that. He didn't want that Matias smoke. I think that if Devin went the more humble route, not the more humble route, but if Devin was more realistic in what he be saying, you know what I'm saying? If Dale was just a little bit more realistic in who he is, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, Boots, I see me and Boots one day, or out, you know, yeah, maybe in a different time, me and Crawford. He don't say that. He be saying, I want all the smoke. I'm in the mess hall with my chest out. It's like, okay, then fight Matias. Well, you know, I think he going through some things. I'm gonna let him get himself together. You know, I'm gonna do my thing over here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real, man. I think Real would have got him more sales. If he would have came up and he would have tried to promote and advertise himself as that wholesome kid who trained, because a lot of times them kids that be training and have all the gadgets and do all that, they be all they know they be in shape and stuff, but they don't be like special talented. It's like it actually worked for Devin. Like all that training, all that extra, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff he did, he got a unique set of skills now. And so coming from that background worked. That's what should have been put up. Not knocking Tank for coming from his background, but cherishing your own and building up. Because you could have been that role. Like if they would have presented him like that wholesome guy, that all-American guy, you know what I'm saying? If they would have presented him like that, then all those wholesome families who do all that, he would have had that market. But he's trying to play a market and advertise a market that's not his. He's trying to get the same demographic that Tank got. My man Aaron Jones came on here and broke that down very well. I'm not going to step on that. You know what I'm saying? I call that blue magic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, I'm going to chop up Aaron Jones. He said it the best. He broke it down. You know what I'm saying? From a fan's perspective, I'm going to chop that up and put that out there because I think he spelled out where I think Devin and them went wrong when it came to this Tank thing, trying to pull from the same, you can pull from the same demographic, but it's a certain part of that demographic that can resonate more with you. You're not going to channel that through Tank fans. Because they're going to look at you like, man, that's not you, man. You might have could have fight. There's some squares that could fight, man. Yeah. There's some squares that got some big brothers and some cousins and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's some fans like that. You know what I'm saying? That some squares that had big brothers and they was in there rumbling. That's how they got it up. Thanks for subscribing, Bud Stops Canelo, man. But yeah, man, I try to bring just you know, I'm just me, man. And I just look at things realistic, man. I don't have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to defend everything. But I won't let this internet drive me crazy either, man. I'm just glad that when I started saying that I was going to start speaking to people and talking to people the way I would want to be spoken to and talked to, all the people started coming, man. You know what I'm saying? And lately, you know, my new subs, it's been the gift that keeps on giving, man. So I salute all of y'all, man. And thanks for showing the support. You know what I'm saying? Bud Stops Canelo. Salute, you keeping it 100. I respect that. Yeah, man, that's all it is, bro. That's all it is, man. So I appreciate, man, you acknowledging that. And again, I'm not here to be first. I'm not here to be the anti to anything. What I do is I let everything come out, and I call this the pulse of boxes. So everything I come across and what I'm on, I ball it all up, and then I produce videos, and I come out and I speak live. You know what I'm saying? When I do the live, talk about whatever's going on, man, from my perspective. I'm just the alternative to all this opinion-based content. I try to throw some facts. Hey, your body work. You think these channels like the Haney Voice be getting paid to kick that BS that I know themselves don't even really, that I know they themselves don't even really believe? I butchered your thing. I got to read that again. I'm a perfectionist. Hey, your body work. You think these channels like the Haney Voice be getting paid to kick that BS that I know they themselves don't even really believe? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. 10 times 10 emoji. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. And I mean, to a certain extent, it's like, I don't knock you if you're willing to do that, but if you listen to a lot of the jargon that was out there, y'all just let me know that y'all got a price. You got a price, man. You got a price. Some of us ain't got a price, man. We just ain't gonna do it. We just content with however it's gonna be, whatever we can't figure out on our own or whatever we can't get, you know what I'm saying? Like just doing it our way without compromising. We just ain't going. Some of us don't want to go. We don't want to. You ain't gonna do it. They just showed me that they would spread cheeks. You know what I'm saying? They would have Sheik looking like Moses when he spread cheeks. Yeah, they get access to. Yeah, and they come with some perks. But then I also see the flip side of it when they'll build you up, but then let you fall flat. You can be like a fart in the wind. Not me. I'm still like, hey, Regis, man, I got your back. Just holler at us, man. Hey, Jamel, I know what your stats be like. You didn't throw right. Earl, that wasn't you. Where you at? I still got you. Where you come? Hey, come here. That's me though. So, but in that business, you gotta prey on casuals. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing can only grow when they can convert casuals over to the sport of boxing. Like when they can convert fans of other sports into boxing, that's when the sport grows. Well, these YouTube channels understand that too. That's why you think a lot of these channels are starting to turn into love and hip hop. They starting to turn into I guess confessions of a sailor man or something. I don't know. It's starting to become weird. It's not really about like boxing per se, you know, but people understand that they can convert somebody that don't really watch the sport. They can just get an eyeball on it and they like, because you get a couple hee and ha, but you ain't really talking about boxing. They can convert that over. The channel grows. And they don't care as long as they get a new casual sub to sub, they don't care. Because the casual guy is not gonna keep up with all the information in succession to know that, oh man, hold on, you just moved that goal. Hold on. Just earlier, you said this. No, hold on. When it came down to Bud, you said this. But now when it's down to Devin, you said this. But hold on, you hold Tank up here. But when it comes to, like, come on, they don't care. The casuals don't have time. They got other stuff to do. They're not going to pay attention. So they can keep flipping everybody over. Malaysia, come on, say bye. What's up, everyone? What's going on? What's going on, man? We just chopping it up, man. We just chopping it up. What y'all think about them? Did y'all see any sheep today, man? I seen a lot of sheep today. They was like, sheep. I was giggling. I keep my headphones at work. You know what I'm saying? I'll be at work doing my thing, man. I had my headphones on at work, just doing my little, you know what I'm saying? I just be like, all I kept hearing was, sheep. I was like, man, these guys need a shepherd. Oh man, I wanted to teleport home. It was kind of disgusting though. Like for real, like for me, I was in the army, man, and so I rarely don't even say. I say it online because I know it's a lot of people out there, man, that might have been some places and stuff like that in the army, but like it is a form of patriotism, man. I actually love the country. Like I love this where I'm from. Like I'm, you know, as we all should. But today, I was like, man, all of these people that be pulling out the nationalism card, the patriotism card, all these different cards when it comes to these foreign fighters, like you say something about Bivol against this guy, oh man, you say something about Anyway against this guy, they like, oh, well that's your like, oh, he's from, like, come on, man. We choose when we want to be patriotic, man. Y'all would let Sheik spread them cheeks like Moses, man. It was kind of disgusting to me. I ain't never heard so much knob gobbling. I was like, dang, man, my knee pads ain't ready. I ain't got my knee pads ready, man. My knee pads, my tonsil jewelry, my throat coat, I got a whole line, man. You see countless, yeah, man, it was bad. They was like, Sheik. And I'm like, man, oh, y'all making me, it's almost like certain rotten fans that almost make it seem like you taking a shot at the boxer. It's like, man, I respect the boxer, but you fan, this fan right here is making me really like not like that guy, but it's the fan. And I seen a lot of people, man, that was just like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look nasty, man. That was a lot of that was too much, man. Top Rank is the promoter of the Haney. Bob Arum made the paychecks. Oh, with that when he was over there. they be quick to support a foreign. That's what I'm saying. That's like, bruh, like, and it shows. And it shows. Like, if you've been paying attention, the person that's promoting that actually shows that, you know what I'm saying? Like, business wise, cutthroat. So it's just like, y'all would do that. It's like, I don't want to do nothing. I ain't going to the store. Nah, I'm riding. Me and my lady gonna drive. We'll meet you there, you know what I'm saying? Or like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting in the car with y'all. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not meeting. Like, no, man. Like, y'all will give it up, man. Y'all will bust it open, man. I've seen a lot of people that let us know they would do something strange for some change. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, man, I don't want to be great. Like, I don't want to be great that bad. You know what I'm saying? In that manner. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I'll be asking people in life now, and that's what I think. It's a microcosm of everything that's going on, man. In this world, it's like, how much money is enough? I mean, yeah, you gotta get it, but like, stuff that people pushing and doing, it's like, I don't know. When you start getting weird habits to do with your money, like you want to go somewhere and hunt people down and do all this crazy, you start making money where you just. It's funny because for all these sheep to be twerking for Allah Shiki, they ain't really taking the next Saudi card. They ain't really talking about the next Saudi card, Usyk and Fury. They never do. They never do. They pledge their allegiance, man. Y'all allegiance. Y'all just showed me that she can get y'all. Y'all pledge y'all allegiance to old Shiki. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pledge y'all allegiance. I don't know. Melazar Konseba. I'm waiting for Prime Video. Yeah, everybody is though. Everybody's waiting for that, man. It's just that PBC the only ones taking the heat for not putting on no carbs because it's kind of dry. I mean, we seen that fight the other night on the Zone. In my journal, I only had to put 2 events down in my journal. As far as this year, I've been outlining all the fights so that every year when I do my little reward awards and all that stuff, I can go back and say, all right, well, what was the knockout of the year? And I'll have an honest assessment because I actually recorded it all and there ain't nothing really been going on. It's only been that was the 3rd event this year, I think. So everybody's waiting on PBC, man. That's why I say, man, you can't. It's a gift and a curse because being like the better ones, putting on the better fights, you actually take a lot more criticism. You know what I'm saying? You take a lot more criticism than the average person that ain't doing that. So sometimes you gotta take the good in with the bad. You know, but everybody waiting. People are starving. People starving without PBC, man. We waiting for those fights. We waiting for these announcements. We want to know who fighting who. If I had to put money on it, I would say it's Frank Martin or Michelle Rivera. I mean, we want Shakur. I'm so tired of the Devin stuff. I push forward. I'm excited for that TO card. I want to see if Pedraza still got it. Now, Keyshawn will have to show me something, man. Keyshawn will have to show me something in that TO card. PBC will become the old HBO boxing. Body work. What made you start this channel? El Cotto. And I think Tank gonna fight Ryu next. I don't know. He might fight Ryu, but at this point, I'm like, man, don't let him knock you off your pivot. If it goes down to you not being active and you being able to put Ryu on the grill, and I like Ryu. I know skill level He got a shot. He got a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, Taker going there, underestimate him and all. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he gonna want to risk the biscuit like that. I don't think he gonna go in there and play around. But you know what I'm saying? What made me start this channel? To be honest with you, man, it was because I was supporting a lot of channels. I was going around. I was a part of like 2 main channels. Like, it was 2 channels that I was part of, like, faithfully. Like, I was in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever the door open, I'm in there. I'm super chatting. I'm speaking. And then I got to listening to a lot of things that they say and what they were doing. And I was watching a lot of boxing. I just wasn't doing it. I was just tuning in, listening to everybody and being in the peanut gallery. And I kept hearing like certain people, when they talk about certain people, how they sound like this and they you know, and they're this way, but then in the very next conversation they was this way, and I'm like, am I in the go along, get along game? Am I co-sign? What am I co-signing? And it just got a point in time where I was like, I ain't gonna say it was a confrontation, but one channel I was on, and man, we started going at it, and I said, man, you always act like that when it comes to this one dude. And everybody could see a difference. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could see a difference. And I said, I started doing my own content, you know. It's been a minute. It took me a while, man. I don't even feel like I'm definitely not where I'm going to be, but it took a long time because I ain't take no shortcut. I didn't piggyback. I didn't join up. I didn't link up. I think I made a lot of people jealous. That Rolly and Pitbull fight is going to be funny. Y'all think they really going to fight, man? I think Oscar going to probably try to talk Ramirez into fighting Ryan, man. That's more up Ryan's alley. Because that's really going to show whether or not Ryan is taking a step forward. Now, Ramirez, he could turn up on you. I mean, unless he just there to be the fall guy and build these young guys up. I don't know. I mean, because he act like he don't want no title. We never seen a dude turn down 3 title offers. Like, this one dude. And how do you get that many shots at a title? Regis Prograis versus Real Matias to open the season on PBC. I don't know, boy. I gotta see from Regis, man. I got trust issues now, man. I know that was just one performance, but man, like, that kind of seems suspect to me. I ain't taking away from that performance. I know my guy. And that wasn't Regis. What channels, gang? Say the names. Man, you already, I mean, I ain't, you know, I already did that. I said I wasn't really going to do that. Unless it's just unless it's an old video that I got to pull back up and it just happened to be in there again, I'm not going to open up no, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say no names. Take my guy, but if he fight Rayo big ass getting a rehydration clause for the show. I don't think so. If he fighting at 135, ain't gonna be no rehydration. That's the thing. If you fighting in your weight class, ain't no rehydration. AB and Ryan just got announced. Is that official? Regis definitely had an injured left hand. Did he? Because I just went through this as a Spence fan, man. It's like, man, I can't do this, man. Hey, listen, this is what it really is. If you get in the ring and you got a known injury, like if it don't happen inside the ring, you go in there fucked up and you get fucked up. I know it's fucked up. But the point blank period, you got fucked up. And that's your fault. Hope I ain't say too many fucks. That's my new philosophy. Look, you get in there and you ain't right and you get your ass whooped. Okay, yeah, I mean, you got in there. I'm not gonna take away from this guy because you got in there and you got your ass whooped. You should have been 100. I still rock with you, but you should have been 100. Easy peasy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth with these guys over that, man. You know? All right. LMAO. Richard versus Haney wasn't a good mismatch. But Matias, Regis, you saying Regis. Regis versus Haney wasn't a good mixed match. But Matias versus Prograde can be fireworks. Oh, it's gonna be fireworks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Hey, I'll take it. Sign me up. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. Sign me up. You know, I'll sign me up. I see that one going kind of bad now, man. It's like, boy, you had Bud or Spence winning that fight. I had Spence going in. I was devastated. I hadn't even watched that fight again. That just reminded me of seeing Roy Jones get knocked through the ropes and stuff. I just didn't want to see it no more, man. I was just like, nah, man. I just hope Earl get back right, man. And he just, you know what I'm saying? I want him to. Yeah, I had Spence, but you know, he got devastated, man. I ain't watched that fight again. He threw like 5 left hands. Regis? Because I know didn't Shakur have something wrong with him? But see, and now this is what I'm getting at, y'all. Tell me this now. How do you feel as a consumer? I could show y'all all these pay-per-views. I done bought all of the pay-per-views. I can show you proof that I bought all of the pay-per-views. Bet on a lot of the fights. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel as a fan when fighters do that? Like, not the little regular ailments that they have, like that they all have. Like, you might have like, your hip. You know, you might have little ailments, little calluses, little things that like you just gonna have as a fighter. Not those things, but when you go in there with something significantly wrong with you, and you got fans, is that right to the fans? I mean, I know you got to get in there and get it. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel when at the end they be like, oh man, I knew going in that I had a hand. It's like you got fans, bro. What we supposed to do? For sure, my name used to be Bud Gonna Stop Spence a year and a half before the fight was made. Oh yeah, yeah. Was it easy route? Did you have the easy route in there? Was that you with the easy route in there? See, Regis threw less lefts than Shakur in his last fight. Wow. So GM, do you think that fight would be any different if Regis had his left? I like a good fight. I really don't care about wins or losses if they give it all. I'm starting to get there. That's why I go down and I like some people that y'all probably ain't even into right now. I'm excited about a guy named Diego Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about a guy named Diego Pacheco. It's a guy named Raymond Ford. Ray Savage Ford. Diego Pacheco. I'm kind of like with this new, like with what's going on, my pivots, I'm shifting towards other fighters, man. I'm already looking at this young crop. I'm looking at who the real deal before they get all bougie and no excuses. That's on you if you chose to get in there 100. Yeah. I'm okay with it because fighters don't get paid when they injured like every other sport. Yeah, that's a good point. GM. That's a good point. Nah, I know him though. Okay. Sometimes Yeah, sometimes it happens because boxers get pressured by the promotions. That guy good. It would have been more competitive, but Regis might be washed up. See, you a realist, GM. It's more people like you, but I guess probably like me when you be out there. Sometimes you don't even want to jump on nothing. That's just real. He might have had a hurt hand, but then again, he might be washed. He mess around and get in there with I know. Look. I can't tell you this. There's one thing going in there and you ain't 100 against somebody who, in the words of Tank Davis, don't hate me, he said this pillow-fisted, rehydrated middleweight couldn't give his opponent a nosebleed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to go in there against a guy like him who couldn't give you a nosebleed. You go in there against somebody like Sabril Matias and you ain't 100%. We already know that can happen. We already know what can happen, so I wouldn't condone it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't condone it. If Devin dropped, Regis Matias gonna stop. See, I ain't wanna see Regis my guy. I ain't wanna put no, cause boxers, they kind of listen to stuff. I could be rocking with you. There's been some people I've been rocking with for like 2 years, heavy promoting, doing all that. I don't get no shout out. They don't say nothing. I'll be the main one promoting them. Don't say one critical thing about them. One critical thing, and it's a wrap. So I didn't want to say it. You said it. If that's what I was thinking, man. If Devin dropped this, man, don't get in there with Sabril Matias. And I'll be cock blocking a good fight, wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? But I want these people to go home to their children, their family. You know what I'm saying? I know I want a good scrap, but I want you to be able to make it home, brother. Mosley was 39 and supposedly washed up when he beat up Margarito. Yeah, you had that. Depending on what's on the line, it can happen. But that's the exception, not the rule. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. That's like B-Hop, the exception, not the rule. Because look at Adrian Broner. Because it's crazy that we'll put Adrian Broner in there with Devin, right? And everybody want that. But would you put Adrian Broner in there with Sabril Matias? Would you put Adrian Broner in there with Gary Antoine Russell? So if you, whatever, depending upon the answer to those questions, is going to tell you, you know what I'm saying, about the exception and the rule. You got to be special to be that age and still be able to show somebody up at that age. By round 9, I was expecting Regis to pull a Pitbull Cruz and throw straight hooks and haymakers. That man let me down. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I said, man, when he gonna pull out the fireworks? Like, you got all your fireworks. You let all your firecrackers go? Like, what's in that box, man? Like, where's the rest of it? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, Mosley's wife had him on 10. That's why he went off like that. Oh. What's up? I prefer to see Progress lose in the war than in the way that he lost to Haney. Yeah, you gotta like put up an effort. I just looked at like no adjustments. You just gonna keep doing that same thing over and over again. Like, you ain't gonna be able to beat Devin. Like, and Devin looked crispy. Now he did that to Regis. I'll leave it at there. He looked crispy. That was the first time I was like, oh yeah, Devin looked crispy as hell in that one. Like, he looked crispy against Regis, boy. Big ass jab, Regis threw more punches than Devin and landed less than 40. Yeah, that was odd. I was looking at those stats too. That was one of the most trash performances I ever seen. You put Regis at the bottom of Devin's resume. He's still my guy though. Yeah, and that was that knock. That's all Devin needs. So now that was just good enough for him. Now he ain't gotta do nothing. We could just stamp him in the Hall of Fame. He fought a champion. I give him full credit for Regis. I give him full credit. He made me eat crow. Yes, he did. AB should be a gatekeeper and make good money doing it, man. If AB keep playing around because alcohol and all that stuff that I wish Adrian just be focused, man. I wish he would be focused, man. You can't play around like that. You got to be dedicated, man. Like, cause that boy Santiago did that to AB, and then Gary Russell went out there and did that to Santiago. Woo! Right afterwards. El Cotto Haney was too fast for Regis. The punch you don't see coming is the one that's going to hurt you. Yeah, but he do a lot of stuff. Like, you can't just go straight in the front door. He kept going inside. He kept going into the front door, like straight up into the front door. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I got the reach. I can see you coming. Like, I can extend my arm and let you walk into it and back up before you even get in range. That was easy. That was easy. They saw what Zarilla did and was like, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? And then Regis, I don't know what Regis had going on, man. Like, Regis, I appreciated that Regis got that he got that payday and all that, but like, they made Regis he took the stairs on the way back, man. It was hard for that man to get fights, and people were ducking him now. People were ducking. I think they, in a way, see, that's what I don't want them to do to Sabril, because they can kind of age you out to where you won't get the fight and you'll be holding on to that belt, and then you just be so anxious to fight, but you need that payday. That's what I don't want. That's why I say I'm at the point now where, shoot, if you had a date and you were supposed to do this and that don't happen, set a next date and get a body back in the ring and stay active. That's more important. Get another check, get a body and stay active, and then, you know what I'm saying, show out when you get that body. AB is 33 with a gray beard, bro. His body 12 like a stripper. Pause. I was gonna bring up the gray beard because look, man, I'm 43, man. I might have a couple that I pluck here and there, but I don't put no. I'm 40. That's why I know I'm 43. You know what I'm saying? I still got my hairline. You know what I'm saying? I still got a good hairline and everything. I'm 43, so I already know. I'm like, yo, you can't play boxing like that, man. These young whippersnappers, somebody knocking your boots. You know what I'm saying? They get in that ring. You ain't playing right. Boxing need Mayorga. I know what kind of fighters you like, man. But I think you're gonna. I think that's Sabril Matias and Gary Russell. I think that's gonna be your fight, Melazar. That Gary Russell and Matias, that's gonna be your fight. PBC is noticing Sabril's fame. Yeah, I think they recognize it, and he got a country. You gotta think these people kind of like, they kind of developed him. You know what I'm saying? They kind of developed him. Yes. Yeah. They developed him, man. Some of these boxers are being developed. Like Frank, I think Bug gonna stop. Canelo says Gary Antoine Russell turned down the vacant title shot with Barbosa. You talking about a minute ago? See, I don't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was going on with Gary. I know it was a suspension on there for a while. And sometimes they do that for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? It might not be nothing negative, but it might be health. It might be, I don't know, but I know, you know what I'm saying? I know his pops. I always give them guys a reprieve because they lost their pops, man. They pops. So I'm just hoping that they can galvanize and strengthen up everything, man, and get back in the ring, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I know he's still coming. I seen interviews with him recently saying he coming. Look like he still, you know, at least he's saying he still got, you know, he still want to do something in the sport and be. They really not in the front of the camera type people. I don't really think that they really want to be in that light. They just built like that. You know, some people don't want all that. They just want to get in there and knock somebody out, get their bread and be out. But they understand the show business. Shoo. going to be that guy one day. Yeah, I got him as I call him the specialist in my boxers to watch collection. And he's saying he want to fight anyway eventually. You know what I'm saying? He want to be the guy to expose anyway. Even though I don't think at this point anyway can't be exposed. You can't do that much, and then somebody come around and expose you. Like you already done too much. It's like you're gonna have a bad night. Somebody gonna beat you, but it ain't no exposure after that. That's how Rolly got the fight. Yeah. That's how Rolly got that fight. But I don't see how Rolly got that fight, man. Coming off a knockout, being stopped to the body. No, he got stopped. You know, Tank stopped him with that little, knocked him out, had him on his skates. Okay. What you think about Camille Moulton? The kid is 5'2". I'm worried how that's going to affect his career. I hadn't really even put nothing into him, man. I hadn't even looked at that. I hadn't even looked down that path for real, man. I think Schofield. I know. I see what's happening. Y'all gonna look. These boxers gonna sit around. They're gonna let Floyd Schofield sit up in that gym with Bernard Hopkins. And some of that old head, that old school, that, you know what I'm saying, that professionalism and his work ethic combined, and then his power, his attributes, Schofield gonna be a problem. Y'all keep letting him stay over there in that back room with Bernard. And y'all think that he ain't gonna come out like one of them guys. I'm telling you, I can already see it. He already stopped doing that little thing he do, that little tick. He already stopped doing it, and that boy gonna be dangerous. So I hadn't even set my sights on Carmel yet. I don't know what's going on. And then the last time I seen it before he had that professional fight, Shakur's folk had beat him in the I was like, they beating you on that level. I know the pros and the amateurs is different, but it's like if somebody can beat you in that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Verdict still out on that one for me. Most of the Puerto Rican from the States found out about Matias after Ergashev. Oh, okay. Schofield, my prospect of the year 2023. Yeah. Hey, at first I wasn't that high on him. I seen that little nervous, that little tick that he do, that little thing where I hadn't seen him doing that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him to get rid of that. And then I don't jump. You can't force me to like it. I gotta see you in the ring and see you a couple times, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And there's some guys that's been developing, like that dude Diego Pacheco, man. That dude, that's. I think if he stay on the path that he on, and they don't rush him too much, but they keep letting him get, he gonna be damn near unstoppable. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he need to see Mr. David Morrell anytime soon, but if they play their cards right, but there's a couple of these guys that as they develop, man, you sit back and you let them develop. You know what I'm saying? You put them in there. They don't gotta be world beaters, and they just develop and they get this style and that style, and you build them. You know what I'm saying? You keep them active. You know, I think Schofield, he got a lot of potential. He grew on me. And this past year, he grew on me. He grew on me big time. I like Schofield, but he rubs me the wrong way. I see a lot of Haney's in him and his father. Yeah, I said that. I was saying that about them. I said, man, don't follow that blueprint, man. Don't follow that blueprint. You're going to make people not want to do business. But they're going to see. They're going to see. They think that that's the way to promote, because that brash, braggadocious stuff, they think that that's the way to sell the fight. That's not a way to sell the fight. And if you don't know how to sell yourself or promote yourself, you need to hire somebody that knows how to know all about branding and how to brand you. You know what I'm saying? Like what to say, where to go, events, things like locally that you can do. Like how Earl was going He got in with Jerry and them Cowboys and all that. Find out things that's local to get your name out there. Do something social. You know, have an interview here and there with one select few. Make sure you not accessible by your fans, but that you let your fans know, give them clear-cut messages, kind of offer so they can get to know you. But they think that it's like, they think they got to call people out and be all disrespectful. It's a time and a place for that. But I think people try to mimic what Floyd was able to do. And Floyd was just way more creative with the trash talking than a lot of these guys. Bud gonna stop Canelo, but Benavidez definitely don't want that Morrell smoke. He said after Andre, only two names he want is Morrell and Canelo. Now he running. Yeah, that's facts plus tax. That's definitely facts plus tax. These guys, I guess he feel like, you know, they play that game to where if you behind me, you don't do anything for me because I'm looking this way. They do that, and when they do that, you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's maneuvering. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to risk that biscuit. Don't nobody. It's a couple people that nobody don't really want to see right now. Don't nobody really want to see Sabril. Don't nobody really want to see David Morrell. Who else? People that are really being ducked. Very, very hard to get a fight. I think those probably two of the big. I think Gary Antoine, like until his activity, I think a lot of people was maneuvering around him. He better fight Canelo and then Morrell, because Morrell gonna snatch that golden ticket from him. Man, if you think, man, yeah. I know one thing: Canelo ain't ever going to fight David Morrell. You could cancel Christmas. He would never. Man, he would never. Morrell, the best at 168, in my opinion. Why do you think a lot of people? Why are a lot of people saying that? Why are a lot of people saying that Morrell don't want none of David Benavidez? Because David Benavidez had to earn my respect, and he got it. I don't doubt him no more. I just know that I know that the talented Mr. David Morrell, as I call him, I know that he's I call him El Sicario. Don't nobody want to get it. I think them probably the two biggest boogeyman, man, right now that people really don't want to see. Facts, but if Morrell beat Benavidez, Canelo not fighting either of them. Yeah. That's where the politics come in. That's how you can kind of almost tell how it's going to iron itself out. Y'all think what's gonna happen with my man Mars? He gonna go in there and lay down, or is he gonna put up a fight? Because it's rumored because he with the PBC. But what y'all think about Mars, man? What's gonna happen with Mars getting in there, man? Is he gonna get bludgeoned, or he gonna put up a better effort than Mel? They know Morrell a threat, so they making the same excuses Canelo made to fight Benavidez. But it's gonna be a point in time, man. That what are these boogeymen gonna have to do? Because it's almost like they trick you into thinking that you almost gotta move up. Because people are not lining up to fight these guys. Maul gonna fight Bud. He can't beat Canelo. You think Maul? That's what I want. That's the fight I want. That's the fight I want. That's the fight I want. I want to see that fight. And I think that if Bud do decide, if Bud is really serious on getting that Canelo fight, I think if he go in there and he fight Maul, he might get, if he can do it, you know, he might get Canelo's attention. I heard through the grapevine, Maul ain't going to fight Canelo because he got some stuff going on, and that's going to keep him out of the ring for a minute. Maul, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm, you know, it's messed up, man, because, you know, the world broke them twins up, and they was happy and ecstatic, like. That's why it's some I think they call it the Grandy twins, man. It's some Grandy twins, it's some little amateur boxers, man. These dudes gonna be some of the best boxers in the world, man. And I hope that they don't let the world get in between them, man. Don't never let the world pit them together and do nothing. But it's some little Grandy twins. Look them up, man. Some little amateur boxers, man. I'll be seeing them training and practicing, man. Them little dudes is gonna be nice, bro. They almost there. I think I seen one of them driving. I think they getting up on that age to where they coming, man. Them little dudes is tough. Man. And I hope the twins, I hope them twins, I actually hope they can hold it together and they got a good plan and they learn from Mel and Maul how, you know, things that they can't do and what they can do. There was always some angry ass twins. Yeah. Coqui back in the building. Salute Coqui. We live in some sad times. I remember in the 80s and 90s, all the lightweights were fighting each other. Yeah. Jamel has no loyalty. See, I don't know, man. I don't know too much of the personal stuff, man. I don't know, man. I try to support both of them too differently, man. Just hoping that they get in the bag, get a bag, because you gotta think about it. When you the champ of the world, man, and you get knocked down off that pedestal, man, like what you gonna go back to? Most of them dudes, man, they wind up killing or hurting somebody or doing something crazy. I just be wanting them to stay in the ring and stay active for as long as they can, man, and get that bread. But yeah, man, it's just politics now, man. And then now, even the fighters, like I heard somebody say, like somebody said something today in the comments on my video about Sabril, and they were saying, what does such and such bring to the table, and what does he offer, and I'm like, it's slim pickings. But if this guy's in the top 10, he bring a top 10 name, and he brings an example. If you go in there and you put a demonstration down on somebody, man, and you knock somebody out, or you put on a masterclass performance and you really give the fan what they want, that little name, depending on how good you are, you know what I'm saying, you can actually raise your stock. But people don't want to put in the legwork. They want all the money. They don't want nobody to criticize them. They want all the easy fights. Fans be doing too much, talking like they getting paid. Yep. If Devin beats Sabril, I'll finally be a fan. As cold as ice, Charlie Murphy. He said, I'll finally be a fan. He ain't even gonna get in the ring with that man. Dev ain't getting in the ring with that man. Devin is smart, man. This is a smart young man. Win or lose, I'll respect Handy for. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I just be one of them ones like, you know how you know how you run to somebody and they be like, man, I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll be doing this, and you just over time you be looking like, all right, show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me. You know, you put somebody's feet to the fire and show me. At some point in time, you be like, if you all that, show me. Show us. You know what I'm saying? I just got a glimpse of it against Regis. I just got a glimpse of it against Regis, like a full, complete against a guy like Regis. I just seen that. I saw flashes of brilliance from him. But if he got in a ring with Sabril, man, if he just cut all that rah-rah stuff out, man, hey, I'll be supporting. I'll probably do some of the best videos for you. You know what I'm saying? Highlighting some of the best stuff. But it's like, I can't do that when you go around robbing and devaluing this box or that box or that box or that box or that box. It's like, nah, man, I can't put no equity in yours. Just get in there and fight somebody that we want you to fight, that you have all the advantages over. Devin should have given my guy Loma a rematch. I lost a little bit of respect for him when him and his dad said the fight wasn't close. Yeah, that's almost like as a man telling somebody that they hurt his feelings. They ain't gonna do that. You hurt my feelings. Kokui, Loma and Cambosis in May, I think. Who gonna win that fight? And did y'all hear Teofimo said that he would have spun the block on Cambosis even if it was at a catch weight? I'm like, man, T.O. talking that noise. I wonder what y'all think gonna happen with T.O. and Sabril. Lomachenko, bug gonna stop. No, say Lomachenko. Cambosis is tailor made for Loma. Yeah. I think Loma going, man. T.O. not gonna fight him, I don't think. You don't think T.O. gonna do you think T.O. would fight Sabril? Whether you think it's gonna happen, do you think he would? T.O. not gonna fight him, I don't think. T.O. don't want Sabril either. It's kind of hard for me to judge that now. It's kind of hard for me to judge whether or not he would, because T.O. one of them guys that he'll grab his nuts, you know what I'm saying, if he have to. He'll grab his nuts and do it. I just question the timing now. I question the timing now, you know what I'm saying, as to when he asked for that fight. Did they know Sabril's hand was messed up? Or did they, were they looking to do it and then they were told that it was messed up? Because I think he wanted to get it on. Because he's been trying to do that thing around football, if y'all been paying attention. He got the Heisman thing. I think he trying to lock down Heisman and Super Bowl. Maybe. If Davis skips on Saudi Arabia offer, would T.O. step in his place to fight Haney in Saudi Arabia? T.O. always talking about he wants money. Well, I'm one of the ones that think T.O. he got underpaid. Like, I try not to manage people, but I'm like, man, when you look at the resume, it's like people want to discredit him because of a Cambosis loss. When you look at his resume, what he was able to do, they've been jerking that man. I ain't gonna lie, T.O. deserve a lot of money, man. He deserve a lot of money, man. Like, they've been jerking him based on his resume. I mean, that's just facts. You gotta go look at his resume, look at when he did it, how he did everything that Devin Haney did before Devin Haney. So, I mean, if Devin deserves whatever it is, I mean, he deserved. I think he would fight Sabril for undisputed. That'd be. AGM, what did you take away from that Richardson Hitchens? Why he get out of line, man? Why him and Catterall decide to get out of line? What did that say? Or was that just he going a different route? Because I think he might try to get Liam Paro. He's gonna make an announcement soon, but I've been waiting on him. What you think about that? They know he was injured if we knew. Oh man. He played a little tricky trick. But I think if you pay attention to how it worked, it's normally like this fight, this fight, this fight, this fight. That's how it was supposed to go. Normally, it's supposed to be, either a get back, and then a big one, and then somebody that you just wanted to get it on with, then a big one. Like, so it normally go like this. It's normally not like boom, boom, boom. Like, unless, hey, I think that what Ryan and them did was contagious. You know what I'm saying? I salute them. That's why I salute Ryan for finally saying he's gonna step in, because he kicked the ball rolling. All it's gonna take is for one big fight, man. If they roll this card out in March, man, and they go out with a boom, and it just, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna set the rest of the year. But right now we getting gaslighted. we getting smutted out right now. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hitchens not scared of Matias. I truly think he is a weight bully and can't do the claws. Oh wow. He should go to 47 then, man. And take his time. We will see after February 8th if T.O. beats Jermaine. Matias has no fights lined up. Not sure how fast Lopez would take the fight, but right now, Matias is on the shelf with no fights. I've been trying to get this man some fights. You see all that work. I've been trying to get this man an op. So I think fighting for the IBF for Hitchens ain't in the best interest. So he's shifting gears now. Yeah, he said it before. That's the only reason why I ain't really go in on him, because he my guy. He has said that before. So I just trying to get the fans' opinion. Because you know, I'm a fan of Richardson Hitchens. I think he nice. T.O. said he wants Bud or Devin next, but that Devin versus T.O. in Saudi is a good idea. 100, whoever said that. It is. That'll be a win-win, man. That'll be a win-win. I think T.O., man, in front of all them people, he'll be up for the fight. Devin will have to prove. That's a big stage. T.O. will get all the money. He will finally get, feel appreciated. I could see Hitchens fighting Matias when he has a belt to avoid the rehydration clause. Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do. Because it's different when you got a uni. But it's like, nowadays, do you really want to pass up a title shot? Like, I'm going to ask you a question, GM. This going to let me know. I'm going to ask all of y'all this, though. Do you think that Frank Martin would have made a different decision if he would have known that the fight, that Shakur was going to fight like that in that fight? Do you think Frank Martin would have made a different decision if he knew Shakur was going to fight that fight like that? Would his decision been any different? My sparring partner, Ishmael Villarreal, fought Hitchens in the amateurs at 154, so Hitchens really draining himself to make 140. He's a naturally 154 pounder. Yeah, that's why I say he should go to 147. And then he said, I think he kind of, I don't know if he's doing something with his diet, but he said he got a nutritionist. So that's a step forward, you know what I'm saying? I just think them guys hurt themselves, man, trying to stay down them lower weights. Because when your body tell on you, it's going to tell on you. It's going to show up in an adverse way. You seen what happened to Virgil all that time? It's going to show up when you least expect it. Hitchens went down to 140 at the end of his amateur career. He's not a fan of the IBF clause. Yeah. Maybe Hitchens go out the Rolly belt if Rolly beats Cruz. That's the thing. Rolly ain't talking about fighting but certain people. Like Rolly I don't know, man. I don't know about Rolly. I like Rolly as he's entertainment. He's entertainment, but I don't know, man. Which is really Barroso belt? Yeah, it's really Barroso. But now Barroso, I think Barroso will get in there with Matias. Yeah, definitely. I think Barroso will get in there with Matias. Nah, because he would have still lost. Shakur is not a loser. He would do anything to win. He gonna have to get put to sleep. Shakur would be more aggressive versus Martin, though. Styles make fights. Fighter are hurting themselves by losing so much weight and getting back in 12 hours. Yeah. And then Koqui came back with the facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, to close out, man, so everybody don't think I'm crazy, man. Now I said, look, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna hold it up for too long. But look, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that this segment was really about, man, like, I want y'all to pay attention to these interviews, pay attention to these, you know, this stuff that's going on out here, and pay attention to people trying to make you seem like you crazy. Like, your line of thinking is just off. Like, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, just pay attention, man, because people gonna start trying to make you think you crazy, especially until things heat up and somebody make a statement and they grab the media attention right now. Because right now, I think Tank got it, man. I think everybody gotta face it, man. I think everybody gotta face it. He got boxing by the cojones right now. I saw Barroso versus Rolly twice, and Rolly KO Barroso out of the ropes with an uppercut. Yeah, that was an ugly. That was politics, man. That's why I say you can't go in there and want no decision all the time. You gotta be able to separate yourself from your opponent. And when you stop somebody, that means you end the contest. You know what I'm saying? You got 36 minutes in this contest, but you can stop it whenever you like, and you're able. Barroso is a dangerous fighter with heavy hands. Yeah, man. I think Barroso got some, man. He got, I don't know, like he got that hex strength, man. He got that hex strength, man. Hey. But on a serious note, man, I appreciate everybody coming through, man. I'm just trying to build up my lives, man. I said I'll do it more, man, and you know, I don't have nothing to hide. I'm not hiding behind no dots and all that. Just speaking boxing the way I like, you know, the way I see it, man. But I appreciate Melazar, GM, Koqui, Bud gonna stop Canelo. Who else was in here? That's the whole gang right there. That's why Bud don't play no games. He never leave it up to the judges. Salute, bro. Great show. Thank you, man. Yeah, and Bud, man, you gotta stay prepared, man. And then, in my opinion, man, I think Bud catch a lot of flack because of people that be out here representing them, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Bud probably be thinking that people don't like him because a lot of people say stuff as a result of what people who represent Bud say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think, you know, he stay ready. You know what I'm saying? He ain't leaving up to no judge's hand, but he stay prepared. He stay active. He stay well versed. Mela Khan Seba, let's give support. Yeah, appreciate you. GM, thank you for your time, bro. And Koqui, drop the like, everyone. Yeah, man, hit that like button on the way out, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man, for coming through and kicking it, man. Tell people about the live, man. And I'm real, man. If you got something on your mind, y'all know how to reach me. And if you got something, if you want to get something off your chest one day and you got something to say that you don't think the world is on, and you the only one that got it, hop on here one day and let me know or get in contact with me. I don't want to watch Barroso versus Rolly 2, way too boring. Shoot, I know Rolly don't think he gonna be able to get away with what he did last time. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I'm out, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. I got some stuff I gotta do, man. I gotta get back in the lab. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to compete with the other people that's doing their thing, so I gotta get in the lab, man, and keep that hot fire coming out. I got some more stuff coming out. You know what I'm saying? But again, I appreciate all of y'all, man, who came through and kicked it with me, man. It's always a pleasure, man, to talk with my good folks. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank everybody for choosing Bodywork Boxing. We don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to